Yo, top of the top, top of the top, top of the top. Welcome, welcome. This is Getting in the Green with Perfect Strangers. I'm your host with the most, Just Duro. And I got my man, the Green Hoodie legend himself, Corey. Corey, what's good with you, baby?
Hey, not much, man. Cleaned up last night, so all good in basketball.
Yeah, me too, man. I had a good day. Once again, it's just always a team that won't let me be great, bro. And it was Denver. It was Denver. It was Denver on yesterday. But I did sweep the Bucks game. That was a good one there. Um, I tell you, man, I tell you, ball was good. It has been good, and I'm. It's almost like when you look at teams that are down by a whole bunch, it's like, yo, just get these guys out, and that's exactly what Milwaukee did. That's exactly what they did, and I'm happy that season is over. It's like get those guys out of their misery.
Yeah, yeah. Let them go rebuild.
Yeah,
They'll get Lonzo back though. They'll be back. They'll be back in the playoffs.
yeah, they will. They will. It was a bad beat, and I get it, but it's one of those things, man, to where you're happy to see some teams just get out of it, and that's what happened with the Bulls on yesterday. So I am happy about that. I am happy. You didn't have Levine play, right? And so you saw some things happen. But altogether, man, ball has been good. The playoffs have been good. These teams are kind of separating. Game 6 is tonight, right? Game
Three of them.
6 is tonight. Yeah. Two are going to leave. One is going to be extended. You see that Doc Rivers clip about him blaming everybody for his losses?
I know you gotta tell the whole story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we did tell the whole story. You lost a bunch of 3-1 leads,
Right. You
and now
did.
you're gonna blow the first ever 3-0 lead.
Yeah. Man, don't let this happen to this man.
No,
Please.
yeah, man. You can tell he's feeling the pressure. The fact that he needed to even have that little rant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, he's not a good coach, man. I saw another stat. The last 2 seasons, they were like showing like the biggest blown leads in playoffs. He's
Yeah.
got 4 of the top 8 in the last 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like he's blown a 26-point lead, an 18-point lead, 16. I'm like, bro, his biggest problem is he refuses to adapt in the series. He sticks with what he's going with, and that's it. And if you find a way around it, then you're probably sitting pretty good against him.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. I didn't know that, but it totally makes sense. It totally makes sense, man. I totally get it now. And with that said, man, let's get into it about last night. Yeah, so the first game on that slate, man, on last night's slate, it's only two. We had Chicago at Milwaukee. They had the lead for all of like 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 4-3. Something didn't look right about that game once I looked deeper into the numbers and I stepped on all three of them. And one of them was the numbers were too high, and the Bulls team total first half was juiced to the under. And I said, if it's juiced to the under, then there's no way Milwaukee's not going to cover the spread in the first half. So I stepped on the team total under 49 for the Bulls and team total over 56.5 for the Bucks. And that first half spread was 7.5. And lo and behold, Chicago does it to you, man. They give you a damn 18-point first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
18-point first quarter, bro. While it was kind of stagnated for a while, it was really, really low. I didn't think so that they were going to get anywhere. Milwaukee turns around and gives you 34 points in the first quarter. 34. And so, right on brand, They came out in the second quarter not having to score as much, but the Bulls couldn't get it together either, even though they put up 24 points. Um, nothing there. What'd you think about that game?
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting on Milwaukee and under, hit both. They took him from start to finish, man. No Levine. They just forced the ball out of DeRozan's hands. And,
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Williams played a good game. But outside of that, Vuk didn't step up. A lot of these guys, White, Ayo, like nobody stepped up and they needed to. So it's just one of those things, man. Injuries, plus they were outmanned even when they were fully healthy. Tough break. Go get Lonzo back and, go from there. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see the Milwaukee-Boston series. So I was kind of just ready for that one to be over so we could get to some good ball.
Who do you think is gonna what if we're forward thinking? Who do you think has that series?
Boston takes them.
Yeah,
And I think Milwaukee's going to live to regret giving them home court advantage.
well, they did, yeah, because they did kind of lay down at the end, right?
Well, they sat everybody in a gimme game because they wanted to
sure
avoid Brooklyn.
Yeah, they sure did. And why would you want to avoid Brooklyn? That probably wound up being one of the easiest series for Boston.
Brooklyn's terrible. I was laughing. The TNT guys were saying like, "Oh, Jason Tatum's probably the second best player in the world right now."
Hmm.
I'm like, the guy had 4 games against the worst defense in the NBA.
Right.
Let's see if he shows up the same against Giannis and these boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I do think Boston gets it done. I think their defense is too tough, man.
Yeah. I hear you. Probably 7 games. Definitely more than 5.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a tough. I think every game will be close too.
Yeah.
We're gonna see a good series.
We'll see. Next game on that was Denver at Golden State. That was a nail biter, right? Golden State laid an egg in the second quarter, right? They laid an egg in the second and third quarter, to be honest with you. They put up 18 points in the second. It was tied 48-48, right? And then they put up 32 or 22 points in the third quarter, which usually that's their blitz, right? But they got it together in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is what came down to it. They end up winning that game 98-102. They send Joker home. It's kind of chippy between Draymond and Aaron Gordon in the very, very beginning of the game. You did have Curry back, so you had that death lineup. I took Denver plus 3.5 first quarter, and it came down to that last shot in the first quarter. I think it was Bones Highland who missed it, right? Would have wound up winning that by a hook. But yeah, Denver. We'll see. We'll see next year. You'll all. It's kind of like the Bulls, right? You'll get healthy. You'll have Jamal Murray back. You have Michael Porter Jr. back. You might make a little bit of moves here, but at the same token, you do lose to Golden State in the first round of the playoffs. And yeah, now you back in Mile High, man, trying to just figure it out and seeing if you're going to go to Cancun or Aspen. I don't know, one of those things. But yeah, those were the 2 games on yesterday, and the games for today, we got 3 of them. 3 game 6s. First game on that is 76ers at Toronto. That line right now is 1.5, minus 1.5, total being 210.5. That has gone down now to 209. This is a do or die game for Philly. And now you've got to play that in Toronto. They were up 3-0, right? They were up 3-0 on this game. They've lost the last 2. It is now 3-2. You're going to play this game in Toronto. And I'm telling you right now, Toronto has all the momentum. The pressure is on Doc to coach this game, right? You still got Joel Embiid, who's got probably a hand more hurt than what he's laying on to be, right? And it's just one of these things to where they're going to play, I think, a little scared. Not a little scared, but you're not going to be seeing a lot of free shots, maybe in the second half. This game is close. These guys are not going to play free. They're going to try to depend on Joel Embiid to take them home here. And so if that's the case, that's not going to work out in 76ers' favor. I'm telling you right now, I do like the Raptors here. I think the Raptors can get it done, and I think this total can stay under. You're going to see a lot of smart ball being played here. So I do like Toronto to force us into a game 7 in which Philly should be able to win at home with their home crowd. Who do you like, Corey?
Yeah, I mean, I think Toronto should get this one done. I think you got a lot of issues here in Philly, and it reminds me kind of Utah at this point, where
Yeah.
it's Joel Embiid saying James Harden needs to shoot more, saying he needs to be coached differently. Doc Rivers is making excuses.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got James Harden, who is doing James Harden type things in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't show up. So, yeah, no Thibault here on the road again.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends. I mean, if you get if Danny Green's lighting it up, Sixers got a shot
Mm-hmm.
with that lineup. But if he's kind of inconsistent like he's been the last 2 games, Toronto shouldn't have an issue here. I also think Toronto found something last game without Van Fleet, and that's that Scotty Barnes and OG are just way too big for Maxey.
Yep.
They've been taking him to the post. They've been taking him to the post, and they've just been going to work. Siakam's been attacking. And yeah, Embiid's got a torn ligament in his thumb.
Yeah.
He's not 100%. And he's kind of looking for everybody else to step up, but the entire year has been, let's watch Joel Embiid go to work. So, yeah, I think Toronto at home, they're getting this one done tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. And if Van Vliet is doubtful, I don't even care.
No.
I don't even care.
So I don't think he'll play. So yeah, I don't think it matters though. They are better defensively, and they did find a way to attack offensively without him. So
yeah, man, I would love if this goes into a game 7. I would love if this goes to a game 7. So I do like Toronto here. I think Toronto can win this game outright. I believe it's going to be a very nervous game in the second half. If this is close, and you see less shots being taken by your glue guys, and from there it lets Toronto play a little more freely. I like Toronto here. Next game on the slate, man, we have the Suns at New Orleans. Suns minus 2.5 right now. Total on this game has gone up or stayed at 214. And I'm telling you, man, these boys are kind of in trouble. Brandon Ingram's a little hurt. He had a jammed pinky, but he's going to play. I had read something, man, which is funny. And I don't know if it was just rumor. I didn't check into it, but D-Book just might play tonight. Which is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me. Rushing him back is telling me that Chris Paul, man, is gassed. They had mentioned it on the show. Alvarado is just running circles around this guy, man, putting so much pressure, putting bodies on him, man. Showed him breathing hard at halftime. This has been a hard series for Chris Paul, and now you've got to go to New Orleans. I cannot believe that we're talking about a game 6 with the Phoenix Suns and New Orleans Pelicans, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it at all. This line is low. It's low for a reason. I do believe the Pelicans can get it done at home with their home crowd, but it's not a game that I really the thing about last game was you had those glue guys show up. You had buckets by Cam Payne, you had buckets by Mikal Bridges, you had buckets by other players that were able to step up. DeAndre Ayton was just an absolute beast in the paint. He had a good game, and you need that to happen again. And this is what makes Phoenix really good, is when those other guys start to step up. You cannot depend on Chris Paul to just win this game outright for you, because he's got these young guys, man, just chomping at the bit to get on him and play him hard. And that's exactly what they're doing. That is exactly what they're doing, because if they believe they can take Chris Paul out of the mix, then it's a lot of other issues that happen. You're depending on guys deeper in the rotation to help you out. And so this is another game to where I feel that the Pelicans are going to be competitive, but it just seems like this is still a Suns game. Maybe not win by margin, because it is 2.5 points. Even though I believe in the Pelicans to possibly cover this game, I don't know if they can just beat them. I think the Suns are going to play a little harder. You're going to probably have these guys that were in a little bit of foul trouble. You had Jay Crowder, who was in foul trouble last game, didn't play until late in the fourth, right? And so you start to get these guys who will probably play a little smarter. And if you've got Brandon Ingram himself, who is going to play, he's probably not going to be 100%, experience a little bit of pain, have that hand or finger taped up, if you will, and it may just work out for the Suns. But this is going to be another tough game. And being at home at New Orleans, it might be a little tougher for the Suns. But if you have these glue guys who are not going to get in foul trouble, this may just work out for the Suns to close it out with the hard game at home. So I'm a little torn either way with this game. 214 is a low number, which means they are going to play hard. And right now, I don't have a play on this game. Who do you like?
I think I'm leaning Phoenix here, man. I got to relook at the last game that they just played in Phoenix, but
yeah,
I remember watching and seeing like they figured some things out against that New Orleans defense. That ultra aggressive backcourt pressure from their guards is beatable. Right. Yeah, I think Phoenix gets it done, man.
Yeah,
I don't think we're going to see Booker today. That would just be ridiculous for that guy to play here.
That would.
I think if anything, he would definitely show up for a game 7 if need be.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Phoenix gets it done, man. And I think the under plays again here. So I'm liking Phoenix and under. You know, you got to really look like, especially with the spreads, man. There's two phases of playoffs. It's like playoff basketball tightens up, and then elimination games are another beast, man.
They are.
Last night, that Golden State, I know a lot of people were on the over Golden State, Denver. And I hit the under by 30 points. You know, it's a different animal when you're playing. You start respecting every possession.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You start playing defense every possession. So it's a different animal. I think this game goes way under. And I think Phoenix, I wouldn't bet the spread, but I do think Phoenix gets this one done.
Yeah. It's just, something about this game that just makes me a little weary. I mean, playing in Smoothie King Center is kind of a different beast. They've got a good fan base. They got a good enough fan base out there to keep them, in the game. And I just feel that if they get Chris Paul out of his rhythm, if they start running circles around him, a lot of switches going to be happening. This is going to be a game that is not going to be over by any means whatsoever. We've got my man with the plan there with us. All right, man. Yeah, so we both are in agreement on Phoenix. I'm a little torn because I think New Orleans can play hard, but if we have some things happening early on the Sun side, this, I'm a little torn on this game. So with you not betting aside makes a lot of sense also. It just seems like this is one of those games. It might be a lot better, in my opinion, to watch this game. If you don't have a play on it or undecided, stick with it. But as of right now, I don't have a play on this game. I'll have to look deeper into the numbers to see if I can find something here, but I don't have a play on this game as of yet. Next game we have, and last game, the nightcap on the books, is Dallas at Utah. Mavericks playing the Jazz. This is another game 6. Right, this is a closeout game here. Dallas is up 4-2. Now, these guys will play the winner, or these guys are playing Golden State. The winner of this series will play Golden State, right? Is that how I think
no. They're going to play the winner of the Phoenix, New Orleans.
Okay, got you.
Memphis, Golden State is probably what's going to happen in the other one.
Gotcha. Okay, yep, that's right. So we're looking at this game now. It was reported later on in the day on yesterday that Donovan Mitchell is going to play this game. So he will be in this game, and that moved the line. This was at, I want to say this was at, was it Dallas -2 yesterday?
Yeah, I think it got all the way to -2.5 for Dallas.
Yeah.
At one point. And then Mitchell comes out, says he's going to go.
Yeah, he's going to go.
The problem is, though, that guy's game is based on his explosion. He's not going to have it, man.
Yeah.
I saw him grab his leg on that injury. I know he's going to tough through this because, he's just one of those. He's a gamer, but
Mhm.
Dallas is going to win this game regardless. That guy's
Yeah.
healthy or not. They're the better team. Luka's
Yeah.
got them rolling now that he's back and healthy. Utah couldn't take advantage when that guy was out, and now it's kind of just the inevitable's coming. They've got problems in Utah, and I like to blow teams up in the offseason.
Mhm.
Utah needs to blow their team up this offseason.
Yeah.
But I got Dallas here. I got Dallas easy. I got the under again too. So
The games that Dallas have won, I want to say Dallas has always been the damn dog, haven't they?
they've been the dog in almost every game
Yeah.
in this series except for the one at
The
home.
last game. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't get this number. Right. I don't get it. I don't get this number. This is one of these things to where if it's even, I'm with you. Take Dallas. I don't understand, even with Donovan Mitchell playing, why this is turned to even maybe mathematically because he's worth 2 points, right? But I just don't see Dallas has already smacked the shit out of the Jazz in Utah. They've
Mhm.
already got him in Utah, right? So I I don't understand this line. I think this is a great time to take Dallas at even money, at money line money, basically. Yeah, I'm all on Dallas here. Not really much that I've got to think about here. This is a closeout game. They do want to, end it. And they're in elevation, doesn't matter. Total on this game is 209.5. I think it stays under. I think this is another game that stays under. These are three crucial game sixes, right? Where every possession is going to matter. You got one team that's going to make sure they try to close out, and so they're going to execute and run the right plays. And you got another team who's going to try to make sure they stay in it, and they don't want to make these unnecessary shots that they don't have to. They're going to work their plays. They're going to run their actions. They're going to make the right cuts. They're going to make the right screens. So these are all games that I think should easily go under. I do. So 209.5. We already know that Dallas plays with one of the slowest paces in the league, right? Wouldn't be surprised if this game in the first quarter ended up at like 22-20 or something like that. There's no way you're telling me that the Jazz are going to come out just bombing threes if they're not open enough to do it. I just don't see that because we know the Jazz loves to shoot threes, but this is one of these games, man, to where I feel like every possession is going to matter. It's going to be played like a finals game. So I do like the Mavericks to win this game, and I do like the under here. There's some teams to where I can look at and say, "Yo, yeah, man, this is an under game." Dallas is one of those teams. They're one of those teams. So it being at 209.5 doesn't scare me. It being even makes me a little happier. I do like Dallas here. Who do you like, Corey?
Yeah, I'm on Dallas. I got Dallas at -1 a couple days ago. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the even money here. I think they roll, man. I think Luka gets this done.
Mm-hmm.
They were the better team. Obviously, the series started out a little sketchy for them without Luka for the first couple games, but they were winning those even some of those games. So, yeah, I don't think this one. Obviously, Utah is going to give you a fight and effort, and if they're one of those teams where if they do get hot at home, they are tough to beat in that scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But the way Dallas is playing defense, I just don't think it happens for him tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. The way Jalen Brunson's playing, I'm telling you, man, there's some problems going on in Utah. Time to blow that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into our leans for today.
Hey, yo, I woke up, I'm not dead, smoked up, got out of bed, gotta see the green, otherwise I see a lot of red. Watching what I say around some of y'all.
Leans, I do like Toronto today. I like Toronto. I like the Suns. It's a light lean for me. And I got a heavy lean on Dallas. Heavy lean on Dallas. Now this is even money. Who do you like here, Corey?
Yeah, I got a lean on Toronto as well. I got a lean on all three unders.
Wow.
The last 5 playoff games have gone under.
Mm-hmm.
I think these continue the trend here in these kind of elimination type games where we see just a little slower games. So Yeah, I got to lean on all the unders and Toronto at this point.
Okay, Toronto and all the unders, and you like the Suns? Is that kind of not
I'm
really?
probably not going to bet that game. I do like them to win, but
I know you had said you're staying away from a side, and that you'll probably you are going to play probably play the under there. But if you had to choose a side, are you going with the Suns?
yeah, I'd go Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm thinking about that game, really thinking hard about it. All right, man.
Hey, yo, I woke up, I'm not dead. Smoked up, got out of bed. Gotta see the green, otherwise I see a lot of red. Watching what I say around some of y'all.
Nothing official for me yet. I think if I'm going to make something official and had to right now, it would be Toronto and it would be Dallas. Those sides. Official plays for you.
I got Dallas -1.
Mhm.
Already locked in. That's it so far, though.
Dallas. I like it, brother. I like it. I like it. There's going to be some good ball tonight. That Phoenix Suns game and New Orleans game, it's a possibility. I mean, maybe besides the Toronto game, that those other two games are going to get chippy.
Yeah.
They're going to get chippy. You know?
Oh yeah, and the Philly Toronto game is gonna. We'll see how the refs are calling that game.
Yeah.
One of those teams could get into some serious foul trouble quickly if they're not letting things go. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, you got good basketball players, lots of egos here.
Yeah.
Somebody's going home.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna see them fight. If you ever want a team to fight for your money, this is the time of the year.
For real.
Nobody's laying down. So
for real. I hear you, man. All right, and that is the show. We get in and we get out, man. These slates rather, are getting smaller and smaller, right? We're starting to see eliminations, teams being eliminated. We're moving on to the second round here, possibly really soon with some of these teams. We will see what round moves, what teams move to the next round and what teams extend this first round. Make sure you like and subscribe to us on the Twitter sphere. We put all our picks there daily, and we do pretty good at it. We do pretty good at it. We're not too bad on the NBA picks. Might even be showing some WNBA this year, man. Might even be showing that, man. WNBA is right around the corner. And did pretty good last year on the times that I did play WNBA. So I'm going to carry that trend over into this year and see how we do. So yeah. All right, Corey. That has been a show for today, man. We will see you on the next day. If you haven't already, go back and view some of our old shows, man, where we used to cut up a lot. I tell you, Corey, I just want to tell you, man, it used to be a time, man, where I would just like get up like 90 minutes earlier so I could take a shower and brush my teeth and all that. Bro, I don't do any of that now.
No. Never got time for all that.
Bro, I just roll right the fuck out of bed, dog.
Yeah. You might be adjusting the time next season.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We about to do something about that. All right, that is the show. Make sure y'all stay easy. Be cool.